Do you ever open Instagram in between your workouts and claim that it's just for a second? Well, that second is costing you gains. There's a study that found that athletes who browse social media in between their sets will do 29% fewer reps in their next set because of mental fatigue. Now, the biggest difference I've seen between the people who make a lot of progress and the people who don't is the amount of time they spend on their phones. I used to be severely addicted to my phone, but once I fixed that, my progress went phew. Let me tell you this story of this guy who I used to train with. I say I used to because he's been falling off on his fitness lately. But we started off training at the same time with the same advantages and disadvantages. We both live in Africa. We're in Uganda, bro. I don't know if that's an advantage or a disadvantage, but poverty. I don't know what to call this. When you look around, what do you see? Do you see middle class? Do you see poverty? I don't know. But basically, we started with the same cards at hand. We were dealt the same cards. Now, this guy, 2 years later, as you can see, I've made progress in my fitness. I've become kind of jacked, but he is still skinny. Now, one day I had somebody teasing him and calling him skinny. And I'm not one for all the drama and everything, so I just ignored it and I let it slide. Later on, he comes to me and he's like, bro, this one guy was teasing me that I'm skinny, bro. Like, how can I get bigger, man? How can I get bigger? And the funny thing is, we've been training for the same time. We have the same resources, basically. So I told him, bro, it's one thing, bro. Whenever you come to the gym, before you even do a workout, you're scrolling for some reason. When you start your workout, in between the sets, you're scrolling. After your workout, which you've never even trained so hard, but after your workout, you're scrolling. Or you're on a phone call now with a girl. See, the kind of identity that you have right now cannot help you stay consistent in your fitness and it cannot give you the results that you want. That identity of someone who scrolls, someone who uses their phone, someone who is chasing that kind of dopamine, you will never get the time. You will never even get that energy, the motivation. If you're looking for motivation, motivation's a good thing. You know, I've always said motivation's bad, but sometimes you need to feel hype before you do the workout. If you don't, if you don't take care of your mental health and stop scrolling and stop spending so much time on your phone, you're not going to make any progress. I promise you. So I told him that, and he acted like he understood everything. He's like, yeah, bro, it's cool. Yeah, yeah. You're right, man. You're right. And the next day he did the same thing. He came to the gym and just scrolled. And he did phone calls with shorties. And I'm wondering, was that even worth it? Was it even worth my time? And that's why I had to even come and make this video because it was crazy. I was like, what? So the main reason why he didn't make much progress and the reason why I made a lot of progress, it all came down to the phone usage. Our moms used to tell us it's that damn phone. We never knew that our moms were being for real. It was always that damn phone. Like, we cannot ignore this. However long you keep pushing it away, saying, no, no, there are other issues, bro. I first need supplements. I first need to find the time to go to the gym. You keep pushing away your phone addiction. Eventually, you're going to have to deal with it later on when the consequences are too many. When you've already fried your dopamine, when you've not even made much progress in your fitness, and you're already feeling like quitting completely. You literally have been missing the gym a lot. You feel like quitting. That's when it's too late. Now, I want to help you overcome this phone addiction in terms of your fitness, of course. But I want to make sure that it really helps you quit this for good and you stop being the kind of person who just spends a lot of time on their phone inside the gym and even outside the gym, because even outside the gym, it still has effects on your fitness. The more you scroll in your day-to-day life, the more dopamine you use in your brain, and it's like you get depleted of the dopamine, meaning that you won't even enjoy the workouts that you want to do. By the way, if you don't know what I mean by dopamine, dopamine is the hormone in the brain that makes you feel good, or it makes you like enjoy pursuing something, enjoy chasing something. That's the hormone that makes you basically the feel good hormone is dopamine and the motivation hormone. So now I'm going to teach you how I want it. All my videos are practical. I have to be practical. So practically, how can you avoid using your phone so much to the point where it actually detriments your fitness? Let me teach you. Look, the first practical step I would give you is to delete consumption apps and games. What do I mean by consumption apps and games? Let me give you a story. So, when I had just started my self improvement journey, I was deep in a rut. I was depressed. I was going through so much stuff. I had so many thoughts in my head, and they were all mumbo jumbo. So, basically, I was addicted to my phone at that time as well. This is also the same time that I was not making so much progress in my fitness. I was basically not even working out as much. I would work out once a week or something. I had to change my relationship with my phone, and this is how I did it. I was basically using my phone every single day, scrolling on TikTok. I would even scroll on TikTok till like 4 a.m. I was watching so much porn on my phone. I was on Instagram as well, all the time, Snapchat, WhatsApp. I was on statuses, all this stuff, like basically stories, wasting so much time, dopamine basically. All the dopamine sources online, I was consuming them. So I knew that I had to change my relationship with my phone. So I did this by cutting off the phone for about 6 months. For 6 months straight, I was like, I'm not going to use this phone. So basically, I deleted everything, everything, all the apps. No emotions. I put my emotions to the side. I just deleted everything that needed to go, everything that needed to go. The only thing I kept on my phone was, I think it was a Notes app. I think that was the only thing I was using. Otherwise, my phone was off completely for 6 months. Now, in those 6 months, I got enough time to think and to reassess my relationship with my phone. Is this phone, is it helping me achieve my goals? Is it helping me become a better person? Or is it making me a worse person? Is it making me a more useful member to society? Or is it actually degrading my image? I realized that I was using the phone in the wrong way. I was prioritizing consumption over production. So I thought to myself, how can I use the phone to produce? Or I can start making content. I can start talking to people who can help me reach my goals. And pretty much those are the only two things that you can do to produce with your phone. You make content and you also talk to the right kind of people, like networking. Once I realized that, I started to download the necessary apps. For example, I was like, I would download Instagram to make Instagram content. What am I going to be producing? Am I going to be a goofy or am I going to be an educator? So at first I thought, I didn't know much about education. So I just started creating entertainment content instead of educational content. And I went down that rabbit hole, but eventually I stopped myself. And as you can see now, I make educating content, not this entertaining, high edited stuff. No, I don't do that no more. So I focus more on production than consumption. So all the things that I was consuming, I put them to the side. And now my new relationship was, after those 6 months with my phone, was refreshed and it was a better relationship. It was a good relationship. So I don't want you to ignore the fact that you're in a relationship with your phone. I know it's too much relationship talk, but you're still in a relationship with your phone, either way, whether you ignore it or not. So what kind of relationship are you in? So anything that makes you consume, you delete it. Keep only the things that help you produce. Now the consumption things, that means if you're not producing TikTok content, delete it. If you're not producing Snapchat content, delete it. Even if Snapchat, what are you even doing on Snapchat, bro? Are you a pedophile? Young people, bro, what? Nah, bro. I be downloading Snapchat like once a month, and I feel so guilty doing it. I'm like, what? Like this, this is some jail activity here. There's some diddy shit. But basically, if you're not producing content on any of these apps, you delete. Games are no go. Don't let your little siblings play on your phone. I guess that's why you keep games. I don't want to assume that you're still playing video games every day like a child. That would be stupid. Now, the second thing that you should do is to ask yourself this phrase: does this align with my goals? I want you to constantly ask yourself that throughout the day. It's like a meditation. You constantly ask yourself that throughout the day. When you are doing something, when you are on your phone, like I said, like I touched on a bit earlier, ask yourself, does this align to my goals? What are your goals? You know what I mean? What are your goals? Does this align to your goals? You're scrolling on TikTok. Does it align to your goals? Really? Will it help you stay more consistent in your fitness? Because if you're watching this, I'm sure one of your major goals is to stay consistent on your fitness and to stop skipping your workouts so that you can see real progress. By the way, I have a full system on this if you want to concretize it. And it's a top link in the description. It's called the Consistency Blueprint. Now, I'm sure that your biggest goal, one of your biggest goals, is to stay consistent. So now, when you do something, whenever you do something, ask yourself, does this align with my goals? Including talking to women. Like I touched on the person I was talking about in the intro at the beginning of the video. He was talking to so many women, and I'm sure that they don't align with his goals, because by the time you have to talk to a woman so much on the phone, that means she's the kind of girl to take your time. That means she's not even a quality woman. She's supposed to understand that right now you're grinding. Shorties don't call me in the middle of my workouts because my phone's not even, let's be for real. I don't even keep my phone on during workouts. It's like I just like put it on airplane mode and that's it. I work out with my phone on airplane mode because I don't want people calling me. I want women calling me, telling me all these kinds of things. No, it doesn't align with my goal right now, which is to stay focused on my workout, which is to make sure that I'm consistent with my fitness. Does this align with my goals? Make sure you ask yourself that throughout the day. Now, there's a crazy hack that I use, and I learned it from a book called, what's that book called? The one that helps you start the habits. It's called Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits by James Clear. I think it's James Clear. Now, Atomic Habits taught me how to use visual cues, to use my environment to my favor, to make a habit very good. So now, if you want to start a habit, you make it more obvious by putting it in your environment. But also, you can use the inverse of that principle by saying if you want to quit a habit, you need to make it less obvious. So the third point is to make sure that you hide your phone in the morning. Now, I could have said you should hide your phone the whole day or hide your phone on Saturdays, but I said morning for a very good reason. I mentioned in an earlier video that your mornings basically dictate your whole life, because for you to have a good life, you must have a good couple of years. For you to have a good couple of years, you should have a good couple of months, and a good couple of weeks, and a good couple of days, and a good couple of mornings. So the mornings are the simplest form. It's like the easiest way for you to hack your life in general. That's the best way I can put it. So if you have a morning routine where you hide your phone, if you're not using your, let me tell you something. For me as me, I hide my phone. The only time that I can let my phone come out is if I am going to work out from outside, inside my morning routine. Because then when I'm outside, like in nature, then you know, I'll need to listen to some motivational tapes or listen to some podcasts while I'm working out. But otherwise, when I'm at home, I'd rather use my laptop than to use the phone, because the phone is a distraction. Let's be honest with that. The phone is a distraction, because even if you say you're going to do the right thing on your phone, you're going to end up scrolling. You're going to be triggered. It's a trigger. So you make sure that you use triggers to your advantage, not to your disadvantage. Don't wake up with your phone next to your bed. That's a bad move. Sometimes I'll do that if it comes to an alarm, but I don't like to wake up with an alarm because it's not healthy. Keep your phone a bit far. Keep it far. Then when you wake up and it's time for you to get into your morning routine, it's time for you to train or for you to get started on your work, then you should put your phone away. Put it in another room. That's a hack. You'll even forget about it. 3 hours, 2 hours will pass of deep work and solid focus, and you'll be like, whoa, wait. My phone. You will remember your phone after 2 hours. Compared to those days when your phone is right next to you, it's so easy for you to just grab it. Start scrolling. And the funny thing is, there's a way our phones trick us into scrolling. They tell us, yo, just check this, or just text your mom. Just text your mom. She texted you earlier on something. Just reply to her. So now you're on your phone, you're scrolling, you're going to your mom's chat, but then you see this other message. You're like, hold on, let me reply to this before I forget. Then you see this other message. Then you end up on this on the stories side of the app. Now you're scrolling on stories. 2 hours have passed. You've wasted your time. Even in between the sets, it's the same thing. It's in between the sets, it's the same thing. You not just that the time will pass, but even you'll lose motivation. So make sure that you hide your phone in the morning. Now, hiding it in the morning will trick your brain into not, you see, the things that you put in your brain in the morning, they end up being concretized throughout the day. Your brain will do them again during the day. So let me give you an example. The reason why people say that you should meditate in the morning is because it will give you a clear mind throughout your day. You see what I mean? Compared to meditating at any other time. So these effects are long lasting. These effects are long lasting. Same as hiding your phone. When you hide your phone in the morning, you'll be less likely to grab it during the day or later on in the evening. You'll be less likely to grab it, making you reduce your screen time. To fully solidify this, I want you to make a rule for yourself. No more scrolling in the gym. No scrolling in the gym. It's a final. It has to be a rule for yourself. I don't want you to find reasons to scroll. Like I told you, your phone is going to deceive you. It's like a demon. It will speak into your ear. It will just be like, yo, change the song. And once you change that, funny thing is, it always starts like that. You go on your phone to change the song. Once you change that song, you're going to end up scrolling. So I want you to be so aware. I want you to be highly vigilant. By the way, you can increase this ability of awareness through meditation practice. That can help you stay so vigilant, like you'll be more, your eyes will be open to this kind of thing, to the triggers. So now when you grab your phone, you'll be like, oh, no scrolling in the gym. You put your phone down. Quickly, you just switch it off, put it down. I want you to get pissed off. I want you to use anger to enforce this law on yourself. Because when you're angry, that's when it will actually happen. But if you're soft about it, you're like, let me just, only today. Nah, 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 nah. Not today. No days. Every single day. I want you to say, no scrolling in the gym. It's a must. I won't scroll. I won't use any dopamine. No TikTok, no Instagram, no Snapchat. None of that. None of that. No scrolling in the gym. Stop pretending. There's another issue that I see a lot of young men making when they come to my gym. They'll come and they'll say, yo, man, I'm just doing some work whenever I confront them. And by the way, I'm not someone who just comes and just starts confronting people, telling, yo, bro, stop scrolling. No. But by the time I've come to confront you, that means you've been wasting so much time and it has become an issue. And now I'm trying to help you. So sometimes I'll go up to this guy and he's scrolling, and the guy will look at me and he'll be like, yo, man, no, I'm just like, oh, God, Jesus, it's raining. It's raining. It's raining. Look at this. Ain't that funny? But he'll be like, bro, I'm just finishing up on some work. I just need to talk to this business, what. But you see, the kind of work that you do in between your workouts, the kind of work that you do in the gym is not significant work. It's not deep work. It's shallow work. It's useless work. So stop justifying scrolling in the gym. So now I need to move a bit of a location because it's now raining. Look at that. Ain't that a bitch? Now, the last practical tip that I could give you that I have done to overcome this issue is by opening my calendar often so that I can, not often, so that I can avoid triggers. So when I open my calendar often, it's like I'm always brainwashing myself with what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, that doesn't give me enough time to scroll. Whenever I'm on my calendar and I look through the calendar, I know that, oh, I'm supposed to be doing this, I'm supposed to be doing that. Now, it's hard for me to just be there on some bored vibe, scrolling, just wasting my life away because I have something to do. So I open the calendar often because, man, I keep saying often. I don't even know if it's often or often. I'm going to say often because I heard in school they told us, oh, it's often. That's a British, what do they call it, dialect. Nah, bro, I'll just say often, bro. She asked me if I do this every day. I said, often. He said often. So, yeah, when you open your calendar often, you constantly remind yourself that you have something to do. or you constantly remind yourself that you're going to do something. So now it's hard for you to get that trigger of scrolling, even during your workout, because you know that after your workout, you're supposed to be doing this. So now it's hard for you to be in between your workout just scrolling because you need to get done with that workout because you have something coming up. If you don't have the Google Calendar, download it. It's very, very important that you have a hand on your schedule because how can you even be planning on getting successful when you don't have a schedule? So here's my calendar. As you can see, my calendar is fully plotted out. I have everything there, but if I don't open it, and I say opening it because you might say, oh, you need to follow your calendar to the dot, but that's not very necessarily true. You don't have to follow it to the dot. You just need to keep it open. You just need to keep on checking it. Now, when I keep checking it, that's when I have the best days. And the days when I don't open it as often, then it's like, that's always a boring day. So if you're tired of starting over or skipping your workouts, my consistency blueprint will give you the exact system for you to stay consistent. That's the top link in the description. A lot of people have been asking me, bro, what should I do, man, on a daily basis, bro? What habits can I do that will make me stay consistent? So I made a video up on that, on the 7 habits that you can do to stay more consistent in your fitness. So go and watch that video. I don't know where I've put it, somewhere up on the screen. Go and watch that video and good luck.